Hello everyone. Today I come to you from my bed. And today we are going to be doing the mid-year book freakout tag. I have wanted to do this tag so many times, but each time I'm too late. It's way too late. So I'm like, oh, this is a perfect time. I can do this. We can do this year. Okay? I will make sure to put all the questions below in case you want to do this tag too, but let's get into it. So the first question is, what's the best book that you've read so far? And for me, that has to be, hands down, Beach Read. But I will say, the cover, extremely deceiving. Like when people say don't judge a book by its cover, literally do not judge this book by this cover. First of all, the title, Beach Read, where they read on the beach once and like the last chapter of the book. It makes no sense, but it's amazing and I love it so much. This is giving rom-com, and really what it's actually giving is about life. It's about two people coming from two different places in life who happen to fall in love in the process. You know what I'm saying? It's like the romance or whatever happens to be like a part of it, but it's really about the characters themselves and their like growth. This book is amazing. I literally recommend it to everyone. Do not read the blurb. Do not read the little like synopsis thing. It sounds boring. It sounds so boring, but it's not. I promise you will love this book. The next question is, what's the best sequel that you've read so far? And I've only read one sequel, and it was a reread, which was Heartstopper Volume 2. I read this with Cindy because she hadn't read any of the graphic novels before, so we read them together, and we know how big of a stan I am. I don't even need to go on about this, but the series is amazing. Please read it, and if you don't like graphic novels, please watch it on Netflix. It's amazing. It'll change your life! The next question is, what's a new release that you haven't read yet, but you want to? And for that, I have to say Book Lovers, which is another book by Emily Henry. She wrote Beach Read. Clearly, I'm a massive stan. I really did enjoy People We Meet on Vacation, but I didn't love it as much as Beach Read. So I'm interested to know what I think about this. So yes, very excited. Also, very random tangent. Every single time that I get books from Amazon, they're like dirty. Like, do you see this? It's like, I don't know if you can see it very well. There's like a grime and like a dirt. Like, did you go through a sandstorm or something on the way here? I'm very lost. This is like the 5th time this has happened to me. The 4th question is, what is your most anticipated release for the second part of the year? Quite honestly, I live under a rock. Call me Patrick Star. So I'm very like unaware of what's going on. But the one thing I am aware of is the Heartstopper yearbook, which I still have to pre-order, by the way. That reminds me. I hope I remember by the end of this video. My undiagnosed ADHD is really gonna take over. Hopefully it doesn't, because I really want to like pre-order it because I'm so excited. It looks so cute. I love everything about it. The author owns me. They own my ass. Question number 5 is, what was your biggest disappointment? Now, I think everything that I've read, I've really enjoyed. Like, I haven't been disappointed, but I'd say the only thing that I was like disappointed by was in The Girl from the Sea. I really wanted more underwater life, especially the fact that it's like a graphic novel. I was looking forward to like really pretty underwater art, but I still loved the story. I still loved the art and thought it was like really cute. So I still loved it, but I would have liked more of that element in it. Question 6 is, what was your biggest surprise? And for this one, I'm gonna go with what my biggest surprise is purchase-wise. Like, I'm very surprised that I bought this book, and that is The Starving Artist Cookbook. I was at a used bookstore in New York, and I don't know, I always think about buying cookbooks, but they're so freaking expensive. And so like I always look at them and then I'm like, I'm not paying $40 for that. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy cooking, but the amount of things I know how to cook is very limited, so I always want to buy cookbooks but never want to pay the price. This was at a used bookstore, so it was only $7. And I figured at the very least, the food is illustrated. So there's like drawings of the food. So I feel like at the very least, it's like kind of cute and pretty. And if I hate all the recipes, or I realize that I can't actually cook, at least it's cute, right? The next question is, what is your favorite new author of this year that you discovered? So for me, it's quite obviously Emily Henry. She has me in a chokehold. I will read anything she writes. Anything. Question 8 is newest fictional crush. Now, honestly, I don't technically have a crush on any of the characters that I've read about this year yet, but let me just say, these two could get it, okay? From Aquaticorn Cove. Yeah, I said that right. They could get it. Any day of the week. And the next question is your newest favorite character. And then for this one, again, I don't really have someone specific, but I did really love Lady Crystula from The Prince and the Dressmaker. This graphic novel is top tier for me. The art is fun, the story is deeper than you would expect, and I just love these two so much and the whole concept. And I feel like this is really a graphic novel that you get lost in, and I feel like that can be rare because a lot of times graphic novels are very, at least the ones I pick up, are very fluffy and light. And this still has that, but it also feels a lot deeper and you get very lost in it. So I highly, highly, highly recommend this book. Question 10 is tell us a book that made you cry. Point your finger at something. Every book. I'm an emotional reader, all right? Question 11 is tell us a book that made you really happy. And for that, I'm gonna pick Aquaticorn Cove because it's so cute, and it made me happy to buy this, it made me happy to read this, and it made me happy in the beginning, middle, and end of the book. So this is just very happy, and I feel like especially since Cindy and I read this together, it just added a little extra sweetness to it. So highly recommend this book. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Question 12 is what's the most beautiful that you've bought so far or that you've been given? And this one was very surprising. I was actually at a thrift store with my best friend and I picked up World of Wonders, which is actually a memoir, but like look how pretty this is. It's so pretty and interesting. I literally stared at the cover forever. It's about this lady who, the gist of it is she's been through a lot and she uses nature as a way to cope with life and her life experiences. It sounds really good, and I'm not really a memoir kind of person, so we will definitely see if the beautiful cover was just a trick or not. The last question, question 13, is what books do you need to read by the end of the year? I try really, really hard not to put expectations on myself, because if I do that, I won't meet them. Like if I say, I'm gonna do XYZ, blah, 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 that kind of takes the fun out of it for me, and I don't actually end up doing it, and then I feel bad that I didn't do it. So I don't really know. I definitely know I want to read Book Lovers by Emily Henry, and the only one with absolute certainty I can say is Heartstopper Volume 4. Like, of course, like, I will be reading this and doing a vlog for it. In the comments below, let me know what your favorite book that you've read so far this year and what you think about it. I really want to know, especially if it's a graphic novel. Especially if it's a graphic novel. Alright, you guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you do this tag too. Sorry if I sounded a little rushed. My phone kept saying out of space. I deleted like all my apps, so I was trying to like really get in there, really just bow. So I hope it didn't feel too rushed, but I feel like I explained everything I needed to explain. Anyways, thank you so much for being here, and I can't wait to see you next time.